What is up, Steemians, Dtubers, D-livers, YouTubers, Crypto Nation? It is your boy, Crypto Evo here. Just got back from a little morning run. I start getting back into shape. That's definitely my goal this year. I think I'm gonna actually start getting some of my Steemian friends on board, because it's not all about the money, making all this money on cryptos. It's about being healthy too. We could go out and buy some other shitty coins. If one fails, you can't go out and buy another shitty body if your body fails. So you gotta be motivated and start working on the things that really matter in life. And you're being healthy, and your family is definitely one of them. So I woke up this morning, and still cryptos are looking in the red. We're seeing Bitcoin close to about 9,000. And I said about a few weeks ago that I kind of thought this rally that we're having was going to be short-term. And it looks like we are. I think we're going to probably even test our lows back in January. But the reason why I think it's happening is because, again, a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market with the finance hack just a few days ago. And literally, like, it was timed. The SEC came out saying that it's not only ICOs that are a problem, it's also exchanges. At first, that kind of got me a little worried, and I was like, hey, but what about, like, if I do have any money on exchanges, or what about, like, BitShares, a decentralized exchange? That, off the nature of what the SEC is saying, is that wouldn't be allowed. So it just kind of worried me a little bit. But then I was starting to think, this reminds me of just like what we went through in about August through October of 2017 last year. China did the same thing. China said, hey, we need regulations. I agree. I think we do. China gave the warning a few months later. They told their exchanges, and they issued no ICOs can be written until they approve all of them. And any exchanges that are selling these fraudulent ICOs need to stop. They need to do their own due diligence. And I kind of agree with the SEC. I obviously I don't want them to, like, hammer down with regulation and have us have this big issue with market sell-off and everything like that. But I believe there needs to be some form of regulation. I believe exchanges should do some form of, like, due diligence and look into these coins before putting them on an exchange. Like, I understand, yes, this is like, we're grown adults, people should do their own thing with their money, but it just doesn't look good for, like, the industry as a whole if people are getting scammed and all these scammers are making all this money, and people are then deterred. Like, anybody that comes into the industry and makes money, they're going to tell a few people. But anybody that puts their life savings or savings into this industry and then loses it all because they were scammed, they're going to tell way more than a few people. So I just think it's like a bad rap for us. I know I'm somebody that's a double-edged sword, because I like everything being decentralized. I like the government not telling me what to do. And I think the government shouldn't really necessarily say, hey, what we could buy, what we can't buy. But I think these exchanges need to take their advice and start, like, just looking into them. Like, some of these exchanges that are putting up coins, it's like, it's not even like the coins try to make it so they look like they're not a scam. They literally have, like, scam coin, Ponzi scheme coin, Madoff coin. It's like, come on, like, obviously these are, like, somebody in their basement trying to scam some people. And to be honest, all the SEC is trying to do is they just don't want those people making the money off investors' hard-earned money like myself. So I kind of get where they're coming from. I don't think they should do what China did and, like, hammer everything down. I think they should just keep kind of giving advice, and if there is any bad apples out there, I like that, because if there is any bad apples out there, they see that the SEC isn't just going to sit there with their hands or in their eyes turned around the other way. They're going to actually go after your ass and try to take you down. So keep scammers out of the industry, and I think that's good for everybody. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of watching the market. I don't know when the bottom's going to be. Usually when this happens, If I do have fiat to spend and I don't have tons of bills to pay for, I usually try to put in a little bit of fiat, like every week, something like that. As the market's going down, you can't really time the market, so you just allocate a little bit as the market's going down, and then that way you don't hit the exact bottom, but every time you buy and it's a little bit lower, your allocation cost, your average, is a little bit lower. So that's just all I'm trying to do. I think we're going to look back this time next year, maybe 2 years from now, and really laugh at this price. And all these people that are in and sold, they're going to be pissed. All the people that have had me hammering them down, telling them to buy and haven't, they're going to be pissed. And the people that are going to be happy are the true believers that held on to their coins in good times and bad. Like everyone, it's always easy to hold on to your coins when the market's going up. The question is can you hold your coins when the market's going down? And me, I actually like when the market's going down, because if I do have fiat, I'm able to allocate more. But it also proves to the point I brush up my knowledge on the technology, and I double check to see if, hey, do I really think that this is the future? And every time that we've had these pullbacks from a few years back to now, I always you always get a little bit of that sour pit in your stomach. I think you always will. But every time I reread about the technology, reread some white papers or something like that, it really just makes me even more bullish. And then when I see the market low, I'm like, wow, people are selling their coins at a very, very wrong time. So I might be wrong, they might be right, but put a little bit in and we'll see. So I'm not taking out mine for quite some time. So all right, Steemians, Dtubers, D-Livers, YouTubers, and everyone out there in that crypto nation, keep cryptoing, keep steaming, and be safe. This is Evo, out.